So you guys want to hear Tom Brady? I don't know if this is considered a threat, but he was on his vlog recently, kind of showcasing his yacht. He's been working out per usual, throwing the football around at some guys on jet skis.
Good for him.
And, he wanted to send out a little piece of information to some of the other quarterbacks in the NFL. Let's take a listen.
You're just flexing for social media these days.
I just want to make sure all those young bucks in the NFL know that if I still wanted to come out of retirement,
All right, all the way out. Go way out, way out. Oh, yes!
they still got something to deal with.
So,
He's always going to be a competitor, man.
yeah,
Just a competitive dude.
at some
Is
point.
he more flexing there and just trying to
That was
stay
a
like
flex.
cool and relevant, or do you think it's a competitive thing?
I think it was a competitive flex. Like I'm gonna go into this booth and I'm gonna live life the way that I live life, but make no mistake about it. If I did want to come back, it could be your job that's on the line. That's a flex. Cause he ain't lying. If you get what I'm saying.
I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm kind of over it, dude. Like, I mean, I'll take it over Colin Kaepernick any day of the week, but I'm more fascinated as to
Yeah,
what
I
he's
think that's offensive to me that you would even say that.
why.
Why would you put those two names in the same
Jonas taking
sentence?
me, all right? Just taking me, Jonas.
Jeez. That's a chat.
Sit your ass down for a second, Jonas.
That hit me the wrong way, man.
Sorry about that.
It's all good.
Well, by the way, can't Brady also be offended?
I mean, Kaepernick was a starting quarterback in a Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm just
2012.
saying.
I called his last game.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that.
But I'm just saying, don't put those. Don't that's the goat. I just sent y'all a goat. That's
I mean,
the goat.
I just want
Come
to.
on, don't mess with the goat.
I just want to
man.
make sure because I know that like sometimes I'm not saying this would happen in this case at all because I know people sometimes occasionally rewrite history. But if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it Kaepernick who opted out of his deal with the Niners back then? I'm pretty sure that it was him that did that. They didn't opt to. But again, who's counting? Point is, Tom Brady is
That was
throwing
a
it out.
flex.
That could be definitely wrong, by the way.
I don't think it's wrong.
I do appreciate, when Jonas knows he might be wrong, he just pivots quickly off
No,
the side.
because I know I'm not wrong. I know that happened. That is what happened. He opted out.
Okay.
They wanted to bring him back. He didn't want any part of it.
All
And then
I know
the Broncos
is
were a potential.
if Tom
landing spot,
Brady
they
came
don't
back
want in.
today and said he's open for business and wasn't under any contract restrictions or anything like that and said, you know what, I'm going to put calling these games off for another year. I want to come back and try to get one. You're telling me that there wouldn't be a team that'd be like, yep, right here.
Yeah.
We'll take them.
Yeah.
We'll take you.
The Niners did it last year.
Okay, exactly. And they do it again this year, too.
Are we talking about Tom Brady or Colin Kaepernick?
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Yeah, Tom Brady, yeah. By the way, he did opt out of his contract. You're correct. That was, though, with Kyle Shanahan coming from Atlanta, wanting to run a different offense. Kaepernick thought there might be a better opportunity elsewhere.
Doesn't that sound like ridiculous now? Looking at what Kyle Shanahan has been able to do with that team.
What Shanahan
Well, that was a
could have done
poor
with
decision
him.
on Kaepernick's part.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That sounds crazy now. Huh. Interesting.
I mean, you would say that as far as talent goes, like Kaepernick's probably more talented than, say, a Brock Purdy. Like, what would Shanahan?
Talented?
Yeah. What would Shanahan
Maybe
have been able to
maybe
do
at
with
the
him?
time, like more athletic.
He's more athletic, probably
I
had a
wouldn't say
stronger arm.
talented.
I don't know that he was a better passer from the pocket.
I mean, listen, I'm a Brock Purdy guy through and through, but either way,
I'm not a guy of either one. I'm just saying I wouldn't jump out there and say more talented than Brock Purdy, but definitely more athletic for certain.
Yeah,
He
well,
was more athletic than him.
I mean, hey, he's not even going to coach on the Chargers this year, so is what it is. By the way, Tom Brady. Okay. I'm more excited to see what he's going to be as a broadcaster than him make a return in the NFL.
I think he's going to crush it.
I do too.
I think he's going to crush it, man.
I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to listen to his perspective. It's going to be fun to hear him tell stories. It's going to be fun to hear, I think, what he gets out of coaches and players, too. Because think about as a player, you're going to open up and tell him pretty much anything you want. Like, he's like that guy. It's not like you're going to hold stuff back. So I even think the insight he'll be able to bring out of the other people that are involved will be like something completely different than ever before, you know?
I was going through the list of games week 1, and I was thinking, all right, so of all these games week 1, which, like, of Tom Brady's debut, like just his performance alone in the Browns-Cowboys game, how much more am I looking forward to that than games that are actually being played elsewhere in week 1? And I think I've got like 5, and you tell me if you agree. All right, so Cardinals-Bills, I'm more interested in Tom Brady and hearing him week 1 than I am watching the Cardinals-Bills game.
No, I'm interested in that Cardinals-Bills game.
Right. Patriots-Bengals.
Not interested.
Yeah. I'll take Tom Brady broadcasting over that. Jaguars-Dolphins.
Interested.
Okay. What about Panthers-Saints?
Not interested.
Damn. Vikings-Giants.
Not interested.
I mean, like, that's like a decent amount of games that I look at it and go,
those are the games he's calling, right?
Well, no, those are other games on the slate week 1.
Oh,
like, I'm talking specifically tuning in to listen to Tom Brady. I'd rather do that than watch like 4 or 5 games week 1 of the NFL season.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
relax.
That's me.
Don't get carried away.
I'm a Fox guy through and through. You know that.
Don't get carried away.
Trying to support our own here. That's what I'm trying to do. Real teammate.
I mean,
here.
some of those matchups are dope matchups, man. I mean, come on.
Saints Panthers.
I said no on that one.
Okay.
Why are you going to choose the worst one?
I'm just saying that's not a dope matchup.
Jacksonville and
no offense,
Miami.
Bree.
That's a dope matchup. You don't think so?
Not really.
Prince Charming and Tua. Come on, man.
Listen, it's South Florida.
This is like a really big year, a pivotal year for Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah,
I mean, I would assume.
And that's fine. We got 17 more weeks we can worry about them.
Yeah,
that's
but
fine.
wow, you're on week 1.
Yeah, but it's South
That's
Florida.
the only one that really matters.
I'm going to try and put you up on game when it comes to South Florida here.
Please.
Oh, no, he didn't.
All right, let me tell you something.
No, he didn't, LaVar.
He
He just did, didn't he?
South Florida week 1.
Dude, he gets slick like that.
Hold on.
So he'll slip it in every once in a while. You're just like,
slipped
okay.
it in.
Hold on.
All right. Slip right on in there. All right, go ahead. That's exactly what Jonas does.
Man.
Go ahead.
So South Florida week 1. How many weather delays is that game going to see?
14.
Yes.
I will say this. I sided with Jonas on week 1 as far as that being the one I'm most interested to watch and see, only because I'm just trying to think of all the quarterbacks who've immediately retired. Now, I know he took last year off, but like, I don't know. Even with the Peyton Manning cast and all that, how that's kind of done, this feels different. And there's something about this that's going to stand out from the rest of the games. Like, everyone else has 16 other games, right? The rest of the year to talk about. But this will be like the GOAT, the greatest of all times, first time color analysis of an NFL game. And it creates that first impression. Like, that to me is huge. It's monumental. It's something
What's the game? The Browns and the who?
Cleveland versus Dallas.
Yeah,
Is that right?
Cowboys Browns.
I mean, it's an interesting enough game, too, though.
It's an interesting game, too. But I'm just saying, like, I will forever probably remember this. Like, I wasn't old enough to remember Joe Montana really commentating. And obviously that didn't go great. But I think similarly at the time, it was probably like, dude, this is the greatest of all time. Like, people were anticipating that. Like, depending on how long Tom Brady does this, we'll probably remember this one way or another forever.
Are you surprised that he's doing it? Because again, other sports,
no,
Michael
he's getting paid $37.5 million.
But like Michael Jordan never considered being a broadcaster. Like, it just never,
was he offered $37.5 million?
I'm sure he could have been. I don't know. Like, I look at it and I go, he probably doesn't need to do this. The fact that he wants to do it, like, that takes a lot of balls, because he's the greatest of all time at what he did. And then he's getting an opportunity to do this, and there's no way.
But Jordan also had the shoe deal off the court and all that. I mean, I'll put it this way. How much do you think Jordan in his biggest year in the NBA made?
Geez, 20 million, maybe.
No, his largest year, he made over $33 million. Okay, he only made north of $30 million twice.
That's why Barkley always says, "Man, I'll come out and I'll play every game at the rate that these guys are making right now." And some of the load management.
But it just goes to show you, like, I don't care who you are. Someone offers you a 10-year deal for $37.5 million, you'll do pretty much any job.
Yeah.